Organic matter. Composting has to become our mantra. Humus is the most essential ingredient to a healthy soil. Humus stores minerals, which makes our food more mineral rich, and it absorbs water, and humus absorbs carbon. Now, in this era of global warming, the storage of carbon in the soil is the most important thing that we can do. First, select your site. It should be gently sloping, ideally. This one crosses the boundary of my neighbours, Tom and Cass. We've decided to take the fence down and start our own little community in the suburbs. Okay, so once you've chosen your site, I've actually gone over this and forked it a bit to aerate the soil underneath, just to facilitate worm action. And I'm going to make a non-turning compost heap. This is the Lazy Gardener's compost heap, where you just build it in such a way that it can breathe. Remember, we're constructing a living organism, so I'm going to construct it with some bulky fibrous stuff on the bottom. Now I've built a tunnel out of straw on top of that other carboniferous material so that our heap can breathe. Alright, our little living ecosystem needs to be kept wet. So or moist. At every stage we're going to make sure all the materials are nice and wet. So give it a good water. Over our carboniferous layer we're going to put some nitrogen. This one is cow poo. So we're going to make a bit of a lasagna. Layers of carbon, layers of nitrogen. We have help. Thank you so much, Kate.
That's okay.
And you've got to water every single layer that goes on. So we'll keep this layer of nitrogen, which is composted cow poo. It's been composted for 14 months, so it's safe to handle and really, really beautiful. From JR at Compost Australia. And now I'm sprinkling some lime, some ag lime, over this carbon layer. You don't want to put your lime straight on the animal manure. Not a good idea. Then we're going to put another layer of green or nitrogen. And now Kate is putting green matter, this is lawn clippings from our electric mower, on top of the carbon. So that also counts as nitrogen. So Kate's now sprinkling rock mineral over the compost heap, just to make sure we're giving the whole heap lots of calcium and magnesium and phosphorus and potassium and all the little elements that a good soil requires. Now Kate's watering our next carboniferous layer. Now we're putting on our seaweed. That one's really smelly. Chloe's covering her nose with her hat. It's so smelly. And at this point I think we're all going to write on a piece of paper what it is we want to compost about ourselves. Like, for me, bossiness comes to mind. Something, a quality in ourselves we'd like to change. And we're going to pop that in the compost heap and let that change into something really positive as well.
That's so bad. I think you mean so good, don't you?
Yeah, no.
It's
Yeah,
Bloody beautiful.
Bloody beautiful.
Bloody beautiful.
Good ducker. Now we're spreading our old compost heap onto here. We've got a little bit nitrogen rich and sludgy. So we're giving it a fresh start. There's still a lot of life in here. It's wonderful. And Kate is going to put her qualities in. Mel and Chloe have already done it, about what they would like to change about themselves. Off you go, Kate.
Right, cool. A moment. Okay, there we go.
That's a rainbow!
It's rainbow.
Oh, nice! We definitely want rainbows in here. They make all the difference. Alrighty! We're coming to the end of the construction, and I'm just going to seal the whole thing with our last carbon layer. It's important to keep everything wet. There we go, so you can see I have covered the sides as well, so the whole thing is encased in a protective cover of carbon. You can see I've had to protect my comfrey here with an old cake thingo, just a cheap one. And for people who are living in cities, I am aware you may not have the space or the resources to build a compost heap like this huge one. So remember your option of a standing one that is in touch with the ground. And my sister's been building one and she was worried about rats. You can actually put some wire at the bottom. That's what we've got, a mesh thing at the bottom of this one to stop rodents getting in. Okay, so I'm going to have two composting systems. This one, the one that we've finished, the big one, is just going to sit here now for 4 to 6 months. I'll keep monitoring it, and it will just be breeding earthworms and creating humus. And this one is the one we use every day for our kitchen scraps. Always cover your kitchen scraps, the green layer, with some brown or carbon. Stop it smelling. Attracting flies. So yeah, whether you're living in the city and you're confined to a very small compost heap, composting system, or you have the luxury of a little bit of earth where you can build a bigger compost heap, then now's the time. Now is the time. Humus comes from a German root meaning the earth, and the word human and humility both come from the same root. So it really is time to develop a sense of humus. Good luck and happy composting. Om.